Hi! Once all the Christmas cards are made, it's time to think about gift wrapping. So today I'm going to show you how to use delicate die-cut snowflakes to make beautiful handmade Christmas gift tags using the Stampin' Up! Christmas Traditions punch box and Blizzard Thinlits dies. If you've ever received a gift with a handmade Christmas gift tag, you know how special it made you feel. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 17 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand stamped smiles. So today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your Christmas wrappings even prettier, but more importantly, how to make the gift receivers feel extra special. Let's have a peek inside the beautiful Christmas Traditions punch box. So we have the Christmas Traditions punch that coordinates with the 6 stamps, and we have 2 ink spots. They're 1x1 little ink pads in Real Red and Call Me Clover, and a stamp mount in this beautiful box that after you make all those tags and make others feel extra special, that you get to keep and feel special for yourself. And look, here's a closer view of the Blizzard Thinlits dies. We're going to die cut and emboss with this. Very cool. So let me tell you about both of these. With the Stampin' Up! Year-end closeout, the Christmas Traditions punch box, you won't believe this, 40% off. So you'll save 40% through January 2nd, 2019 if supplies last that long. And with this price, I don't think they're going to last that long. And the Blizzard Thinlits dies, well, they're 15% off. And but I want to show you something. Look, it coordinates with the beautiful Blizzard stamp set. And you're going to want this. And so when you order this together in the bundle, you're going to save more, right? The 10% bundle discount is going to save you more than buying the Blizzard Thinlits at 15% off and this at full price. And look with these greetings, you absolutely want this. If a hug were a snowflake, I'd send you a Blizzard. Worth it just for that. Besides, look at the great stamp images we have. And we have more greetings. Snowflakes are unique in their own beautiful way. And you are extraordinary. Oh my goodness. So you're going to be able to use this for Christmas and other winter occasions. All right. So we're going to emboss, like I said, with the Blizzard Thinlits dies. And we're going to be using this pattern from the gorgeous Frosted Floral Designer Series paper. Look at these patterns, how gorgeous. And they have that pearl sheen to them. And because they have that pearl sheen, we're going to use the shimmery white cardstock. It looks fabulous with it. So what I need to do now is grab my Big Shot, and we're going to do the die cutting and embossing with that Blizzard Thinlits die. So I've got my Big Shot die cutting machine. So first we're going to build the sandwich to die cut with the Blizzard Thinlits dies. So we start with the Big Shot platform, and then we need the thin die adapter. All right. And so then for the next part of our sandwich, instead of a standard cutting pad, I'm going to use the precision base plate. If you're die cutting with the thin, intricate Thinlits dies, you want this, cuts through them like butter. The writing side, that goes down. So next, we have our cardstock, and that's that shimmery white. It is just gorgeous. And then our Blizzard Thinlits die. All right, so I want to catch these 3 right here. So I cut my cardstock to fit that. And I'll have a link to my blog post with all the measurements. All right, so we'll just set that on there. And then to finish it, our sandwich, we need a cutting pad. Place that on there. Let's go ahead and crank that through. It's good and tight. But you want that. All right, so I don't need to go the whole way because I can see I got all the cardstock, but I like to back up and run it through a second time. I'm just gonna have to back it up anyway. And then, oh my goodness, look at these snowflakes. These are just gorgeous. So next, I'm gonna show you how to use this to emboss the shimmery white cardstock. So now we'll build the sandwich to emboss with the Blizzard Thinlits dies using the Big Shot embossing mats. All right, and with the year-end closeout through January 2nd, while the supplies they have designated last, 30% off. And if you don't have these, you're really going to want them after you see how cool this is. All right, so here's the start of our sandwich is the Big Shot platform. Now, for my Big Shot, and Sizzix tells me that every Big Shot is calibrated differently. I need a shim, so I just have a piece of cardstock here, and that makes a difference. That makes my embossed image a little bit deeper than I was getting without it. Just that little piece of paper, hard to believe, isn't it? And so then next, you need a cutting pad. And then you take your thin die, your intricate die, here we go, the cutting edge, and you can feel that, put that up. And so then I have my shimmery white cardstock. We'll place that right on top. And this will be enough for 2 tags. There we go. All right. And then we're going to use the thin silicone rubber mat, this blue one. We want to place that. We don't want to scoot things because we don't want anything to move. So let's just place it on top. And then you finish with the impression pad. Okay. So we'll go ahead and crank all of that through and see what 3,000 pounds of pressure does to our shimmery white cardstock and our Blizzard Thinlits die. Oh, fantastic. And look at that embossing. Isn't that gorgeous? So I thought when I set that on there that I moved it, and I should have checked it before doing it, but you get to see how beautiful, beautiful this is, that embossed. So we have our delicate die cut snowflakes. Aren't those lovely? And our embossed cardstock. And this was to be big enough for 2 if I didn't let it scoot on me. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Trimmer to cut this down to size. I'm going to make this to 2 inches because that will then fit the scallop tag topper punch. There we go. So place this at 2, and you want to butt it up against, so it's square against there, and then the darker gray is the cutting. And there we go. We are all set to go ahead. Fantastic. And go ahead and open that up. Slide this right in here. I like to turn it over just to make sure I got it back as far as I was supposed to. Okay. And so then go ahead and punch. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Okay, and so then next what we need, isn't this beautiful? And see that shimmer? These shimmers are going together so well. And so we did our snowflakes in the shimmer too, so everything's coordinating. And then we've got all that texture, so we're going to attach that with the mini glue dots. So we take that out, bring this back, and you take your paper to the dots. Try your best not to touch them because that'll take away from their extreme stickiness, and that's what we want, is that extreme stickiness. There we go. And how about right about here? Oh, beautiful. Just loving this. Okay. Now for some stamping, the May Your Season Be Merry and Bright. And so once you start with shimmery white cardstock, you want to continue with that. If I were to stamp this on the matte Whisper White cardstock, it would just stand out like a sore thumb. All right, so I'm going to use Pool Party. This isn't one of the colors in the Frosted Floral Specialty Designer Series paper, but I liked it with my tag. All right, so what you're going to do is pick this up, slide that in, and then a quick swipe on my stamping sleeves just in case I picked up some ink opening and closing that pad or on the non-porous mount. And so let's stamp. I want to make sure I'm getting that tag, that banner. There we go. Okay. And stamp to one side so we have something to hang on to. Oh, there we go. All right, and to close, a little push. And again, a quick swipe because I think I hit my nail and I don't want to ruin my pretty tag that I've got. All right, and so then I have the Christmas Traditions punch, and we're going to open it up, turn it upside down so we can see where we're punching. We can center it in there. Oh, that's looking really good. Fantastic. All right, and see, maybe I should have had a piece of the Whisper White. I don't know if on camera if it would have shown, you know, how it didn't look good, but everything is just coordinating, and look how beautiful with that, the shimmer in our Frosted Floral Designer Series paper. Okay, so now to attach these, I didn't use the multi-purpose adhesive sheets because 2 of them are going to go off the edge and I wouldn't want this sticky there. So we're going to use the mini glue dots again. Here we go. Now remember I was telling you we don't want to touch them. So we're going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Love this thing. On this end, I have my paper piercing tool that I'm going to use. Let's roll these back into the light so we can see them. Let's roll the mini glue dot. Make it smaller. Here we go. A lot smaller. And put this on the back. Now I'm going to use my thumbnail. That shouldn't affect it, right? Because I'm not touching, you know, because have you ever, to make adhesive less tacky, right? You pounce it on your jeans or something. Okay, so let's do that. Oh my gosh, is this gorgeous or what? So we got that going off the edge. Oh, and then let's go ahead. This one I don't need to roll anything. We'll put that right in the center. Press down. Boy, these are delicate. Aren't they just gorgeous? Come off the edge over here. So simple though. All right, and so now we'll want to do our trick again of using the piercing tool to roll that up, make that smaller. Because we wouldn't want adhesive showing, and I didn't plan to put anything in the center, so I don't want it sticking over the center, you know, the dot. I want it to stay completely behind the snowflake. There we go. And a little bit touching right there. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we could use mini glue dots again, but instead, you know, we're going to give it a little bit of a lift with the Stampin' Dimensionals. These foam adhesive dots. Let's do a couple of them. Okay, so if you just press down with your thumbnail, that edge pops right up, making it really easy to get those off. Okay, and then right here on the snowflake, but not totally covering it up. Doesn't that look sharp? And then you finish it with, there we go, some of the baker's twine from the Nature's. That's from the annual catalog. All right, and so I thought, oh, gorgeous. Wouldn't you love to see that on a gift? And so then I thought, okay, let's just play around a little bit more. The same products, but instead we're going to use this paper for the bottom of the tag. And look, isn't this beautiful? So this is the silver edged white ribbon, but mine's not a navy. Let me show you. Easy to do. And so I have it right here. I don't know that I said that name completely right. It's definitely the silver. Okay, metallic edge ribbon. There we go. And so I want it to be Night of Navy. So I got out my dark Night of Navy Stampin' Blends. And we'll just make it the color we want. Look how easy. And what was cool, I didn't have to worry about touching the silver. I mean, I'm not trying to, but it didn't seem to matter. Look how quick that is to color. Gorgeous, isn't it? All right, so what's funny about that, when you let that dry, boy, does this get stiff. And so when I did this tag, the first one I did, I tore right through because this is really pretty stiff. And so what I had to do was make myself, you know, just punch another one and put it back there for reinforcement. And then so it would stand out against that better, I used Night of Navy cardstock. And that's just a 1.5 inch circle punch with Night of Navy. Well, I just said that cardstock. And then I decided to dress it up, just pulling all the Night of Navy together, that little bit, and then this at the top. I stamped this again with the Night of Navy and trimmed it out. So there we go. Aren't those fantastic? Beautiful handmade Christmas gift tags using the Christmas Traditions punch box with the Blizzard Thinlits dies. If you'd like to make my handmade Christmas gift tags, all the supplies are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. But remember, the Christmas Traditions punch box and the Blizzard Thinlits dies, well, they're available only through January 2nd, 2019, if supplies last that long. They're now available only while supplies last. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.